Hello traders, throughout this video I'm going to be revealing the most powerful strategy with the ADX indicator that I made plus $3,100 with on pocket option. Want to find out how you can get that profit? Follow along. Hi everyone, in this video you're gonna find out how you can make $2,000 by simply trading with this simple strategy. Anyone who's watching this video can easily figure this strategy out, but there's one very big problem. Yours cannot learn all the nuances of getting profits if you don't watch the video until the very end. So we're gonna clear up precise and specific examples of when the deal is to be made and when it's not. In real life time, I'm gonna run a trading session and earn $2,000. Are you ready? Let's go. In this video, we're going to be using an indicator that's been really popular recently, and that's the ADX indicator. The settings are very simple. Let's quickly add it and watch a short video that I recorded specifically for you. So the settings, we're not changing anything else. Now we're going for the style section. We're changing the color of the plus DI option to green and making it 2 pixels bold. The minus DI ought to be red and 2 pixels just as well. Now I'll let you guys watch the video real quick. Let's quickly watch the video all together and get back to trading in like literally 30 seconds. So let's get to trading itself. Essentially, just like every other indicator of a similar kind, ADX has 2 main lines, the red and the green one. We changed the colors on purpose so that it's easier for us to navigate through the indicator. So the green line stands for buyers' power, the red one meanwhile stands for the power of sellers. Thereby, whenever the 2 lines cross, we can witness either a trend breakage or the forces switch on the market, which is basically the same thing, to be honest. Right now, since the red line is above the green one in terms of this particular piece, we can understand that at this exact moment, sellers dominate over buyers on the market. It's especially notable by the last price motions. So without further hesitation, we're placing a trade downwards as the trend change has been confirmed, and we're getting our first $368 off of it. Amazing. Since our today's goal is to make $2,000, we're gonna get a bit aggressive. Obviously, I do analyze the chart situation thoroughly and meticulously, and today we will manage to, I hope we will manage to close every single deal successfully due to some nuances I will also be talking about throughout the video. So even if 1 or 2 trades lose, that's totally alright. Get ready, we're starting. So at first sight, this all might seem to be very simple. We're just witnessing an intersection of the 2 lines and placing a trade according to a precise signal. However, guys, in reality, even the simplest strategy, and I consider this one to be one of them, even the simplest strategy has a handful of nuances and details one should account for. So today we will primarily focus on such nuances. First and foremost, I'd like to talk about the intersections. If we take a glance at the market right now, we won't notice anything out of the ordinary. We've got the market with a pretty clear downtrend, an uptrend as well. The whole situation is quite well balanced and the motion fluctuates smoothly enough. However, sometimes the market happens to find itself in a sideways motion. The chart displays an enormous number of intersections. The indicator, I'm gonna try and make sure to demonstrate to you guys that kind of moments. So we're always to look at the chart history in terms of what kind of signals the indicator provided before. Let's consider this chart right here. The last 2 intersections, at least, they worked out quite decently. Here was basically the first intersection. We could have entered at any given moment. Like here, or even here, we would have made a profit anyway. And then there's another intersection prior to this one. This intersection indicated the chart was to start falling. Overall, we can see this signal is clearly pretty good too. To say the least, we could have been trading the entire time during this time span and made a nice profit. You can feel free to analyze even earlier signals just as well. However, as practice and experience has shown, 2 or 3 intersections is more than enough. Now I suggest we take a look at currencies that I would definitely abstain from trading at. There's actually a bunch of them, and they are quite easy to confuse with the ones I do trade at. Let's take, for instance, this currency pair as an example. What can we see here? For starters, there's a sideways motion with certain top and bottom borders. You see, this should right away give us a hint to not even think of trading here. We gotta get alert immediately. And we should also pay attention to the huge amount of intersections on the indicator. It's literally useless to analyze all this. We might stumble upon a couple of coherent signals, but we wouldn't be able to make a profit in this kind of case most of the time. Even if we do get lucky, I still believe relying on luck solely is quite silly. To be honest, seemingly we would place a downward trade right now, couldn't we? This signal occurred, apparently. However, considering the situation as a whole, the number of low-grade intersections, I would 100% confidently abstain from making deals at this currency pair. So that's one of the main principles I follow placing trades, so I hope it's all clear so far. Let's carry on. Here's an example of a decent currency. Let's briefly analyze the chart and cover all the aspects. I can surely see the chart has been moving very smoothly recently. We've got such a beautiful rising motion and a falling one that's following the latter. All this will be now likely followed by a new trend or corrective retracement up until here. Anyway, we can tell the chart displays pretty rapid intersections. The last one, by the way, provided us with a truly amazing signal to sell. I'm sure you understand pretty well how much profit one could have got here. Same thing applies to this piece right here. There are a few nuances to it, though almost too many intersections for such a short time span. But look at the last 2 or 3 examples and can tell the third deal might not turn out very steady. Nevertheless, 1 minute was enough for us to get a profit. There was a corrective candle right here, and I guess now we're ready to conquer new heights. Make sure to pay attention to horizontal levels. It's very important. The levels the price might bounce off of, we gotta take them into account. We're gonna talk about later too, don't worry. So I'm waiting for a signal at this currency pair, but since we can tell the candle is forming pretty big, the intersection is 100% to get confirmed. It's important to keep in mind that we are entering the market only after a candle is settled most of the time. Speaking of, in order to always have the time left till the candle is complete settlement on your screen, make sure and just enable the timer right here. Now I can see 40 seconds are left until the next candle settles, which means this intersection will definitely stay in the chart. What do I mean by horizontal levels? We're well aware of these lines right here the chart might bounce off of. Since this one is a horizontal level and the price can react to it, we are better off not making any deals here when the price is, too close to the level. For instance, right now I can tell there's still some space above it. The price is likely to react to this line just like it used to. Now we understand the chart can still overcome a little downward motion we can profit off of. So, I hope it's clear so far. And although in case of the previous trade, let's quickly cover it. There's a pretty risky moment. We placed the trade upwards. I didn't initially pay attention to levels, to be honest, but there was a horizontal one right here. The price could have easily bounced off of it. We were just lucky to haven't placed a trade somewhere around here. The market kept rising until this level and thank God broke through it. Another possible scenario would be the price could retrace with a correction from that level and our deal made with the beautiful signal would lose. That's not because the signal was bad or something. We just didn't count for some nuances, you know? Of course, you ought to pay attention to these things. So let's get to the final trading case. So we're placing the last trade for today. Overall, everything's all right in this case. An additional factor, however, is an exit from the so-called wedge. We can take a trend line, place it right here, and see the price is finally broken through this trend line. Therefore, there's gotta be some kind of a tiny rise in motion afterwards. Plus, our signal in form of this intersection confirms it. I think I gave you guys all necessary knowledge in this video. Always mind the context you're trading in. Don't look for reasons to enter the market. Don't only look for them. Try to think of reasons to abstain from placing a trade just as well. Look for reasons your deal might lose. Only with that approach can you make money. Don't forget about today's trading session on my free Telegram channel. So if you want to trade with me and join, follow the link in the description below this video. Don't forget all the rules we've covered today. Follow them when you trade. As I've already said, today we've earned over $3,000. It's literally incredible. Let's withdraw the whole net sum and leave $900 in the deposit so that I can increase this amount just as well on today's trading session. Let's proceed with the withdrawal process real quick and take the net we've earned today. So I believe this video was highly helpful to everyone. Make sure to apply the freshly gained knowledge and practice. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.